Alright, hi. Title 49, Chapter 2, Part 235, Instruction Governing Application of the Approval of the Discontinuance of Material Modification of Signal System Relief from Requirements of Part 236. Scope, 235.1.3, Application Change Requiring Filing Application 5, 235.6, Expedited Application Removal of certain changes, 235.7, Change and Not Requiring Filing Application 235.8, Relief of the Requirements of Part 236 for this title, 235 Civil Penalty, 235.10 Contents Application, 235.12 Additional Required Information Prints, 235.13 Billing Procedure, 235.14 Notice, 235.20 Protest. Appendix A, Part 235 Schedule Civil Penalties, Authority, Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 20103, 20107, Title 28 U.S. Standard Code 2461, Note, Title 49 CFR1.89, Sources of 49 FR Federal Register 3380, no, January 26, 1984, unless otherwise noted. All right, scope. The part prescribes the application for the approval to discontinue the material modified block signal system, interlocking traffic control systems, automatic train stop, train control, cab signal systems, and other similar appliance device method for the systems provided with relief of the Part 236 for this title. 235.3 application acceptance provided with the paragraph B of this section is applied to the railroad to operate with a standard gauge track, which is part of the general railroad system of the transportation. B, the part does not apply to the railroad rapid transit operation conducted over track that is used exclusively for that purpose, but that is not part of the general system of the railroad transportation. 235.5 changes the requiring filing of applications acceptance provided within the statute. 235.7 applications should be filed with the covered and the following: 1. Discontinuance of block signal systems, interlocking traffic control systems, automatic train stops, train control, cab signal system, other similar appliances and devices. The decrease within limits of the blocking system, interlocking traffic control system, automatic train stop, train control, cab signal system. The modification of block signal system, interlocking traffic control system, automatic train stop, and the train control, cab signal system. Expedited 235.6 expedited application for the approval of certain changes. Qualifying changes: the railroad may seek approval under this section instead of the under statute 235.5, 235.9 through 235.20 of the chapter of the following changes: modification single system consisting of the installation, relocation, removal of one or more signals, interlocking switches, derails, movable point frogs, electrical locks, and existing system directly associated with the implementation of the positive train control pursuant to the subpart 1 of the part 236 of this chapter. The modification does not include the discontinuance, decrease, the limit of the signal train control system. 2. Reserve B, the procedural expedited application to seek the approval under the section of the railroad shall provide with the notice with the profile plan with the proposed modification from the FRA regional administrator having jurisdiction over the affected territory. 2. Simultaneously with the filing with the FRA, Federal Railroad Administrator, Regional Administrator of the railroad shall serve either the hard of the copy electronically, a copy of the notice of profile plan representation of the employees responsible for the maintenance, inspection, testing of the affected signal system under Part 236 for the chapter, as well as representatives of the employees responsible for the operating the trains and locomotive of the affected territory. 3. The railroad shall include its submission for the FRA Regional Administrator with a statement affirming that the railroad has complied with the requirements of paragraph B2 of this section, together with a list of the names and addresses of the person served within the responsible to receive the notice for the profile plan under the paragraph B1 of the section. The regional administrator shall write shall in writing deny or approve the full, in part, or the with or without the condition requesting signal systems modification for any but the portion of the request of the denied. The regional administrator shall refer to the issue of the Railroad Safety Board for the application to modify the signal system. 5. A railroad may resign its application to regional administrator and submit applications under statute 235.5 and 235.9 through 235.20 of this chapter at any time prior to the decision of the regional administrator. The resultant arrangement of any of the changes within this section shall comply with the Part 236 of this chapter. Alright, 235.7. Change of the not requiring filing application. Not necessary to file an application for the approval of the following discontinuancies. Removal of the block signal system, the interlocking traffic control system, automatic train system, train control, cab signal system with the track approved for the abandonment of the formal proceeding. To remove the devices associated with the signal user provided with the protection against the unusual contingencies such as landslide, burn bridge, high water, higher wide load, and tunnel protection with the unusual contingency of no longer exists. 3. 3. Removal of the interlocking where the drawbridge has been permanently closed with the formal approval of another government or agency. 4. The removal of the service not excluding 6 months from block signal territory interlocking traffic control system necessity by catastrophic occurrence such as a derailment, flood, fire, or hurricane. 5. Removal of the intermittent automatic train system stop in conjunction with the implementation of the positive train control system approved by the FRA under subpart 1 and part 236 for this chapter. When the resultant arrangement will comply with the Part 236 for the title, the necessary file the improvement decrease the limits of the system as follows. 1. Decrease the limit of the interlocking when interlock switches or derails movable point of frogs not involved. 2. The removal of electrical mechanical lock and signals used in lieu of thereof. The hand-operated switches automatic block signal traffic control territory which when a train speed is over the switch does not exceed 20 miles per hour, or removal of the electronic mechanical lock of the signal using in lieu thereof, the hand-operated switch and switch automatic block signal in traffic control territory where the trains are not permitted to clear the main track at such switch. When the resultant arrangement will comply with the Part 36 of the title, it's not necessary to file application for the approval of the following modifications. 1. The modification was required that to comply with an order of the Federal Railroad Administration or any other section of Part 236 of the installation of the traffic control system to replace the roadway automatic block system. Block signal system discontinuity of the automatic train stop of the train control of the cab signal system is not permitted without the FRA approval. The installation of automatic train stop of the train control cab signal system is an existing automatic block traffic control system. The installation of the continuous inductive automatic train stop system is replace the existing intermittent with the inductive to automatic train stop. The installation of the continuous inductive automatic train stop system to supplement existing automatic cab signal. The installation of automatic train control stop is to replace the existing automatic train stop system or supplement with the existing automatic cab signal system. 8. The installation of the interior locking, replacing existing stopping signs, gates with the pipe connected derails and the protecting of the railroad crossing at a grade. The installation of relay type of the locking, the replacing existing mechanical, electrical, mechanical locking of the interlocking, the installation additional control point of the existing traffic control system, the installation of the interlocking and existing block signal system, the conversion of the hand-operated switch and hand-operated switch lock either electrically, mechanically, or spring switch to the power-operated switch, the conversion of the spring switch to a hand-operated switch to a hand-operated switch locked here either electrically or mechanically. Alright, 14. The removal of the relocation of the signal associated with a spring switch converted with a hand-operated. 15. The installation, relocation, removal of the signal specifying provided with the adequate stopping distance. 16. The changing of the aspects. 17. The relocation of the signal, improving the preview of the signal aspect visibility. 18. The replace the signal with a signal to another type. 19. The changing of the approaching signal to the operative and inoperative signal, or removing an approaching signal not required by Part 236.310 of this title. 20. To change the location of the machine with which the interlocking of the traffic control signal is controlled, the closing of the manual block station, or change of the hours duration with the manual block system and block system is attended. 22. The change in hours during which the manual interlocking with the attendant provided with the interlocking operating with all routes over the train movements of the permitted installation devices used to provide with the protection against unusual contingencies such as landslides, burned bridges, high water, high wide loads, dragging equipment, the installation, relocation, removal of signals interlocking with the switch and derails, movable point and frogs, or electrically locked existing system directly associated with installation of new track, elimination of the existing track other than the second main track, the extension of the shortening of the passing siding, elimination of the second main track with the signal system MN retained with the main track associated arranged with the provided with the both and the opposing and following protection for train movements provided with the second main track and the physical remove. 5. A line relocation, the conversion of the pole line circuits to the electrically coded with the track circuits provided with the railroad, given with the notice of the profile plan with the change of the FRA regional office having jurisdiction over the territory at least 60 days in advance for the change of the railroad must also have at the same time provided with a copy of the notice of profile plan to representative of the employees responsible for the maintenance, inspection, testing, and the signal system under the Title 49 CFR Part 236. The signal system modification will be deemed acceptable unless within 60 days of the regional administrator stays in action with the written note of the railroad and refers to the issue of the Railroad Safety Board decision. The temporary permanent arrangement of the existing systems necessity by the highway rail grade crossing separation construction. Temporary arrangements shall be moved within the 6 months following the completion of the construction. 235.8. Relief of the requirements of Part 236 of this title. Relief of the requirements of the rules, standards, and instruction contained in the Part 236 of the title will be granted upon the adequate showing with the individual carrier rail relief thereof. The granted with any of the carrier shall constitute relief of the same extent with the relief therein with the requirements for this part. 235.9. Civil penalty. Any person, any type covered under the Title 1 U.S. Standard Code 1, including not limited to the following: railroad manager, supervisor, official, other employee, agent, or railroad, any owner, manufacturer, lessor, or leaser, railroad equipment, tractor of the facility with the independent contractor provided with the goods and the services of the railroad, and employee of such owner with the manufacturer, lessor, or leaser, independent contractor who violates any requirements for this part, cause of this violation of any such requirement is subject to the civil penalty at least $650, not more than $25,000 per violation, except that the penalties may be assessed against the individual only for the willing violations, where grossly negligent violation pattern of the repeated violations has created the imminent hazard of the death and injury into the personally with the cause of the death and injury with the penalty not exceeding $105,000 per violation may be assessed. Each day violation continued shall constitute a separate offense. See the Appendix A to this part statement, agency, and penalty policy. 235.10. Contents of the application. The application may be submitted by letter and shall contain the following information: the corporate name of each of the applicant, the manner in which the applicant is involved, the location of the project given with the name of the operating division nearest the station, 4. Track and tracks involved. The 5. The complete description of the proposed change that would affect with the existing facility with the section for the relief is sought. 6. The reason for the proposed change, the justification to relief, the requirements, the approximate date and the beginning of the completion of the project. 8. The change for the operation and practice temporarily and permanently. Whether the safety of the operation will be affected, and if so, how. Whether the proposed changes will conform to the Federal Railroad Administration rules and standards and instruction. 235.12. Additional required information. A print or print size 8 by 10.5 inch or 8.5 by 11 inch or folded to 8.5, 10.5 inches or 8.5 and by 11 inches shall be furnished with each of the application. The print should be scale and indicate dimensions using Association of American Railroads graphic symbol. The following information shall be shown with the print and prints. Present proposed arrangement with the track and the signals facility, name of the carrier, the operating division, the place and state, and the time and the table direction of the move. This following stopping distance that are involved with the following information shall be shown, and the curvature grade with the maximum authorized speed of the trains, the length of the signal control circuit for each of the indication displayed. The following color schemes is suggested on the prints. The installation, relocation, the additional signal system aspect should be colored, preferably yellow. Removal, the discontinuation, abandonment shall be colored and preferably in red. Existing facilities not permanent with change for the proposed application shall be shown and uncolored. 235.15. Filing procedures. Application with request and reconsideration for application shall be submitted to the authorized officer for the carrier. The application corresponding with the reference thereto shall be addressed to the Associated Administrator, Safety Federal Railroad Administration, Washington, D.C. 20590. The separate application shall be filled with each of the project. Each joint of the facility would change with the proposed automatic block signal system, interlocking traffic, the control system, automatic train system, the train control with the cab signal system, and the other tracks. More than one carrier will be effective with the proposed change with the relief sought with the joint application signed by all the carriers affected shall be filed. Where only one carrier with the joint facility is affected with the discontinuous modification of the installation with the relief sought, but shall be responsible for the filing application shall also be certified the other joint carriers have not been notified with the filing of the application. 235.14. Notice. The FRA shall publish notice of the filing the application required for the reconsideration application Federal Register and the copy such for the notice for the available for the U.S. Department of Transportation docket operations M30 West Building ground floor room 412 140 1200 New Jersey Avenue Southeast Washington D.C. 20590 of Federal Docket Management Systems website http www.regulations.gov. 235.20. Protest. A protest against the granting of the application shall set forth the specification and grounds upon which it is made and made a concise statement of the interest of protestant of the proceeding. Protest shall be filed with the Associated Administrative Safety Federal Railroad Administration, Washington, D.C. 20590. One copy shall be furnished to each of the applicant. Alright, protest shall be filed with the time limit and set forth with the public notice for the pursuant with the certified with the service copy of the pursuant made upon each of the application. Request for the hearing must be accompanied with the showing of the protestant is unable to properly present his or her position in writing and Statements. Art Appendix A, Part 235, Schedule of the Civil Penalties. 235.5, Appendix A, Changing, Requiring for the Filing Application Violation, 5,000. Willful Violation, 7.5, $7,500. And that